So I'm just going to run through a bit of a stretch in terms of the lumbar section of the spine. So we're going to bring you to lie down. If you are experiencing discomfort in the lower back and the hip area, this can be useful. And you might want to look at some of the other videos initially where you're going single leg in this position. But you can certainly draw one knee in and maybe you take that other leg out and that's where you're visiting that stretch. But if you feel that you can go 2 double legs, you take one leg in and then bring the other leg in. So the back is rounded, it's pressing in from the lumbar spine into the floor. The knees can be together, okay, and you can hug the knees in so that it actively curls your tailbone up and off. And maybe that's the hold, making sure your shoulders aren't buried into your ears. You're trying to keep them down as you're drawing it in. So you're holding and trying to relax. The arms are doing the work, but you're trying to relax the lower half of the body. And then maybe a few deep breaths where you're trying to direct the breath into the lower back or the tail. And then as you relax, letting go and seeing if you can relax all those tissues a little bit further. The other variation then for that, as you're hugging the knees in to wherever they go, one hand on each knee, you can just take a little bit of a rock side to side, which again can feel quite nice, just rocking across the sides of the pelvis. And maybe as another variation is that you do circles, that you're drawing in and you're circling around. And you'll feel that you go from the lower back and then onto the pelvis and around each side. And make sure if you do, say, 3 to 5 on one side, then you do 3 to 5, circling in the other direction as well. One final variation, depending again how it feels, you can have your knees apart. And they're around about sort of hip to shoulder width and you're pulling them in, but actively, if you're pulling them in, again your tail might come off, but another variation to that is as you pull the knees in, it's like you're trying to lengthen your tailbone down onto the floor. So rather than curling that way, you're actively trying to pull it down onto the floor. And as you'll notice, it pulls your knees away from you. There's still compression, but you're lengthening the lower back rather than rounding. Again, you have to find what feels good in your body and what feels useful. But when you're coming out, then very often, rather than just letting both legs drop to the floor, you can take one leg down at a time. Again, if you're experiencing back pain, it's better to go one leg at a time. Or maybe you bring yourself onto your side and push with the top hand to bring you back up. So again, you can try that, see how it feels. If you experience a lot of pain in it, maybe flexion isn't the position for you. But take your time, feel your way into it, feel your way out of it. Hopefully you find this useful. Any feedback, let me know. Any ideas for future videos, then you can get in touch. Thanks for watching.